Welcome, and you tuned in to another edition of Homage Speaks. When homage is due, homage is paid. And right now, we got to talk about the greatest moment in the history of sports. Every year is a celebration for all sports fans. You got basketball, tip off the night. You got football in mid-season form, and you got the baseball players trying to go get the ring. Let's talk about it. I want to talk to y'all today about the NBA, the association, the gift that keeps on giving. And I would like to thank the Boston Celtics for years ago for forming the super team to bring us to right now. I am one of the people who believe that this is the most parity that the NBA has had as far as young talent, old talent, intermediate players in a very long time. Yes, everybody want to point to the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics to represent their respective conferences for the championship. I understand that, but I'm not here to debate that. What I'm here to talk about is the league. I'm here to talk about the association. And right now, I want to jump right into it. One of the main storylines that we're going to pay attention to this year is close to the home. See the Hawks hat, rolling with the Thundersticks. But one thing people are going to pay attention to, Trae Young versus Luka Doncic. Luke is looking amazing in the preseason. He looks ahead of his game. I don't know if y'all noticed, but he was cooking Marvin Williams the other night. I'm talking about had him in the mix, dancing with the stars, dancing machine, you name it, he was doing it. Trae Young hit a big time game with him, shot that from your mama house, bang. I'm talking about whatever parking lot you was in, he won there. He shot it from the runway. He let it be known that this is my shot and I'm going to take it and I'm going to make it. Trae Young, arguably one of the most talented players to come out the draft last season, did a miraculous job of leading the country in scoring, led the country in assists, but he also led the country in turnovers. Let's see if the Hawks and their system can cut down on the turnovers so he can be the prolific playmaker that he is. And I believe that jump shot is going to travel. Shoots the ball too well not to shoot it at a high percentage. Shot selection, he'll learn that as he goes on, but the boy can shoot the rock. Number 8, I got to talk to y'all about my man, Home Depot, Victor Oladipo. Can he repeat? Can he show us that he's put the time in? I've been watching him over the summer. He's looking like a machine. He's looking like he's ready to go. He played with Russell Westbrook. He was ashamed of his performance. He took it serious. He went to the gym. He worked on his body. And last year you saw what we've all been waiting on from a consistent basis from my main man, Home Depot, Victor Oladipo. There's some expectations for the Pacers this season. The Pacers are expected to be what they can be. They're expected to be the 4th or 5th seed again, maybe even 3rd if they play it right, but they're expected to get out the first round, and Victor Oladipo is going to be the one that lead them out of the hole. Can he do it? I look forward to seeing him do it. Another guy that I need to discuss with you guys, the man, the myth, the legend, the number 3 shooting guard of all time, Dwayne Wade, has made his announcement to say that he's going to hang it up. So we got to watch all 82. We got to enjoy every moment that D-Wade gives us because we have to respect the level of greatness that he gave us over the years. He was the most underrated superstar coming out of that draft class without a doubt. Melo had his name on the country. LeBron James had his name on the country. Chris Bosh had production and upside written all over his name. But they did not see the man coming out of Chicago, D-Wade, the one who became a champion before everybody in the draft class became a champion. And the one who LeBron and D-Wade said, LeBron and Chris Bosh said, hey, bro, you are the man. You Peter Pan. And we coming to play with you. And together, we could create something that has never been seen before. And that was the Heatles. The Heatles was one of the best teams in the history of the sport. Make no mistake about it. D-Wade, homage is due. You are the number 3 shooting guard to ever pick up a basketball. I know a couple of people who may rebuttal. I'm here for all the smoke. Because D-Wade, no disrespect to James Harden, no disrespect to Allen Iverson, no disrespect to Ray Allen, no disrespect to Clyde Drexler. But if you want to talk of D-Wade in his prime, close that gym down. And you're getting everything you want. smoke in the city. Y'all know what time it is. The Popovich era has begun. The Popovich era has begun, and I say that respectfully. Popovich is arguably one of the best coaches in the history of sport, but Tim Duncan's gone. Manu Ginobili's gone. Tony Parker's gone. The nucleus of the team is gone. It's all about Popovich now and his ability to coach up these guys. We're going to find out, is he what everybody says he is? Because I know one thing. Phil Jackson went to a whole nother franchise as a coach. Got 5 more rings up out of that guy. Got 6 in one, 5 in the other. Popovich is the first time in a long time that he hasn't had the nucleus that he built and had those guys buying into the system and playing the game the right way. Let's see what he got going on. I hate that he took a huge hit with losing DeJounte Murray early. But hey, Popovich is supposed to be able to plug and play. Let's go. Popovich. I'm waiting to see what you got to do. Make no mistake about it. The man that is on my eyesight, the guy that everybody in the NBA needs to watch is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Everybody know how to say his name now, but this year you should learn how to spell it because Giannis is coming. I don't even think that people paid attention to what offseason moves that was made by the Milwaukee Bucks, but make no mistake about it. Their biggest addition was Coach Budenholzer from Atlanta. That offense is very similar to the Jerry Sloan and Popovich attack. That thing gets your shots off the floor of the offense, not Giannis making plays for everybody and they make shots. Do you think that Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks is going to buy into the system? I do. This is the same system that spawned all-stars out of Paul Millsap, Kyle Korver, Jeff Teague, and my main man, Mr. Consistency, Al Horford. He did that in this system. I'm looking for the Bucks to be better than AFC and really make their noise as some of these elite teams. The Toronto Raptors, all they did, they lost their head coach, but they swapped stars. They swapped the star for a superstar. LeBron James, in their opinion, was the only player and the Cavaliers were the only team that was standing their way from getting to the NBA Finals. Now they have Kawhi. Pressure's on. My eyes on you because we all know the truth. Kyle Lowry, he's not going to get you there. He ain't Tony Parker. Kawhi Leonard, you want to be known as one of the top 5 players in the game, which most people believe that you were, and I didn't. Prove it to me because you're going to have your opportunity because you have a ready-made roster. Y'all are one of the deepest teams in the league. Everybody accepts their role. Your job is to be better than DeMar DeRozan. That's all you got to do. And y'all should be where you want to be. Man, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but Markelle Fultz, the number 1 pick in the draft from last season, he is back. They have entered him in the starting lineup. So it's going to be him. It's going to be Ben Simmons. It's going to be Joel Embiid, and they're going to lead that team. Let's see what they got. They say Ben Simmons been in the gym working on his jump shot. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at all, but he has become the floor general. I think Markelle Fultz is going to give them a dimension offensively as far as being able to create his own shot they did not have going into the season. But now they got it and they're ready to go. So let's see what they got going. Also, they added somebody who I thought the Portland Trail Blazers should have threw the book at to go get because he can help their basketball team. But Wilson Chandler will be an addition to this team. They also got J.J. Redick buying in, coming off the bench, the same shots that he hit in the beginning of the game, he can hit at the end of the game. I really feel that he's going to do the same role as Bellinelli. He's going to come in, he's going to knock down shots and be a huge momentum spark for that team. But we got to see if Philadelphia can really turn the corner. Can Ben Simmons run the point and be effective all season? Can Joel Embiid be the best center in the NBA? A lot of people have him as the best center in the NBA. I got him in at number 2 behind my main man. Y'all know my name, but his name is DeMarcus Cousins. And I got him as the best center in the league. He's just injured right now. So a lot of people have forgot what Boogie can do. He didn't get that name Boogie by not cooking whoever you like whenever he wanted to do it. Make no mistake about it. That is coming. Oh, man, this is another team that we got to pay attention to. Minnesota. We all know what's going on. Jimmy Butler out there thinking he's better than he is, but he does have some valid points. I don't think that if he was trying to stay on this team and lead this team, that his approach was a little bad. But the message got through real clear, and I hope that these guys are willing to embrace him and embrace the message for the betterment of the team. What he was saying could actually help their team win. Jimmy Butler, I got a news flash for you. You're not wanted by as many teams as you thought, and people are not willing to give up what you think they're going to give up for you. So you might want to behoove yourself. It might behoove yourself to stay tuned, stay focused, and work out your situation in Minnesota because you're under contract, my guy. Which brings me to y'all king, but respect is due. LeBron James is arguably one of the best players of all time. I got him number 2 in the NBA behind my guy Kevin Durant. It's really a 1A, 1B type of situation here. No disrespect to LeBron James and what he brings to the table, but you know he got the new Los Angeles Lakers team. They got a young group. They got a young core, and I want to see what they're going to do. I want to see what they're going to bring to the table. I think they have a lot of the same player, but at the same time, I really feel that Brandon Ingram is going to be freed here. I think JaVale McGee is going to give them great minutes. Great minutes. I think they're going to get good point guard play out of Zoe and Rondo. They got to find out who their 2 guard going to be. Is it going to be Kuzma? Is it going to be Caldwell Pope? Is it going to be Josh Hart? Is it going to be Lance Stevenson? I think they got to figure that out right there. But another player that a lot of pressure's on, Russell Westbrook. The Russ God, I'm talking to you. Mr. Triple-Double himself, which is one of the reasons why I feel like triple-doubles are one of the most overrated stats in basketball history. It is a great individual accomplishment, but it does not lead to wins. But we'll get into that for another day. Russell, what is going on? They have added some pieces to your puzzle. They've added Nerlens Noel. Paul George came back to you. Hopefully y'all can get Roberson back right. Steven Adams want more touches. We look like you got a team that should be able to get out the first round. Here's the thing. Can you do it? All eyes on you. We're wishing you well. We're wishing you good health because we know when you come back, you're only coming back to do one thing, and that's bring energy and thunder to your team. Y'all know who we got to talk about. A fan favorite. Carmelo. We got to talk about the Melo Machine. Melo Mushroom is what I like to call him. Inside cello, call him Carmelo. I don't understand why do you think that Carmelo is going to play in a system that is up and down, benefits his skill set, and play with arguably 2 of the top 3 playmakers in the game of basketball today on his team, and he's not going to produce. I have no idea why do you think that Carmelo Anthony is not going to get back up to the 18 to 22 points a game, shoot a high percentage, and be a factor on that team going forward. Yes, they lost something with Luke Bamute defensively. They lost something with Trevor Ariza defensively, but they should be able to make up this 6 to 8 points offensively through Carmelo Anthony. James Harden coming off an MVP. He's out there to prove that it wasn't sweet. It wasn't a swan song. I am elite. I am one of the best players in this game. When you start talking top 5, you need to talk about me. James Harden's out to prove that. But we know who the most important player on that team is. Arguably the greatest point guard of his generation, the one, the only, Chris Paul. Can he stay healthy enough to be there when they need him the most? I look for D'Antoni to really watch his minutes too, because you need Chris Paul for the long run, not the short. A team that nobody is talking about in the Eastern Conference, the Washington Wizards. Now, I'm not a John Wall guy. I really don't believe in him, but it's not too many point guards in the NBA that's giving you 20 and 10 and capable of being on first team all defense. That, sir, is John Wall. John Wall and Bradley Beal, they had time apart last year, but I think in that time apart, they grew a greater appreciation for one another. And make no mistake about it, they added Dwight Howard. He's going to give them more than Gortat ever did. They added Jeff Green. You got Otto Porter. You got Kelly Oubre. You got the Morris twin. This team is going to be a problem. They match up with every team in the Eastern Conference. Somebody's going to have to beat them. If John Wall wants to be known as the top point guard in the NBA and one of the most dynamic point guards in the history of our sport, it's his time, because all he got to do is dominate in arguably the greatest point guard, the deepest point guard era when you're talking about talent and ability to score the ball. Is this era right here. These guys can fill it up. Make no mistake about it. John Wall, Bradley Beal, we watching you. What you gonna do? Because I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but it's a team up there in Massachusetts, Boston Celtics. They looking like they ready. Last year they was injured at the wrong time with their two studs, but their young talent emerged. So now they looking deeper, they looking hungrier, and they looking like they ready to do work. What are you gonna do about that, Washington? Because you match up with them just fine. But what you gonna do when Kyrie, Hayward, Brown, Tatum, Horford, Smart, Rozier, Morris come for you? We waiting to see. Because I'm looking forward to seeing the battle that's going to go down. Because there's going to be some smoke in D.C. or there's going to be some smoke in Boston that night when them boys get together and throw haymakers. And last but not least, we got to talk about them. The Golden State Warriors, the mighty Golden State Warriors. Is this it? Is this the swan song? Is this the final time we're going to see the band together? Because there's some money going to have to be talked about. Klay Thompson is due. Draymond is due. And I know Draymond ain't taking less because this is the only time he's going to be able to get this kind of money. So Draymond is not going to be willing to listen to, all right, man, I'm going to stay here and keep winning. If they win this year, that's going to be 4 championships. That's going to be 3 in a row for KD. Hey, man, let's go do something else. We rich. We champions. Now let's go build a legacy another way. That's mainly to my boy KD. And whatever you do, please don't go to New York because one of my main men, he has to earn your respect back because he talked about you so bad. He don't appreciate your true greatness. He never see your true mission, but he wants you to come play with the New York Knicks. He know who I'm talking about when he see this video. Make no mistake about it. Steph Curry. Steph Curry is out here like, hey, man, I'm one of the best ever. I changed basketball. And y'all act like I'm not out here. Dame Lillard, respect. Kyrie, respect. John Wall, respect. But y'all better know, when y'all come see me, you're getting hit with that whip wop. And my main man, Boogie Cousin, take your time, young man. Don't you rush to get old because your time is coming. All you got to do is get your body right, be ready, and fit in. I think a lot of people don't understand how smart you are as a basketball player and how gifted you are as a basketball player because they're thinking about you when you played with Sacramento, when you had to do everything just for y'all to be in the game. But they're not thinking about when you was playing with the main man, Anthony Davis, and you're still giving us 25 and 12 alongside with Anthony Davis. Who does that? Not too many people. A lot of people are going to get lost in the limelight. You look like Shaq and Kobe out there. And he was Shaq, but man, you was Kobe. Make no mistake about it. Your presence was felt out there. But when you left, the team did go in another direction because that allowed Rondo the opportunity to really put his imprint on the team and run the show and get better shots for the people who don't get points. So you got some stuff to prove as well. But let's talk about the games tonight. I know y'all ready. We got a heavyweight bout at 8 o'clock coming. Please get to your TVs right now because we got a ball game coming to you in 7 minutes. We got a possible Eastern Conference final preview. Young boys versus young boys. Mano y mano. Don DeMarco. It's about to get going. It is basketball. Kyrie versus Fultz. Oh my gosh. Ben Simmons is coming. Gordon Hayward makes his return in the system that got him to the NBA to begin with. Oh my goodness. It is exciting. We're not worrying about the night game. Russell's not playing. We know what's going to happen. Warriors should win by 20. Dennis the Menace is going to keep him tight. He's going to play effective. He always plays pretty good against the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry as his matchup, and he plays good defense on them as well. But it should be all about Kevin. Nobody can stop him. So go out there and be unstoppable. But man, the gift that keeps on giving, the NBA, is here now. And last season is old news. And with that being said, this marks another edition of Harmony Speaks.